I forget? Oh, I could change it right now. Anyways, what is up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Okay, let me get up in here. I almost messed up. Hopefully, you can hear me better now. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. Hope everybody's having a start to your week. It is Tuesday. It is Tuesday. Goddamn, I'm hurting. I thought it was gonna be. There we go. There we go. I'm on. I finally got on Instagram, man. Finally. It took me forever. I don't know why. Everything's always weird on my end. So I'm just learning all this shit out. I don't know about the rest of yous that have pods. But yeah, man, it's been a learning curve for a while. We're about to hit a year in November. I'm very proud of that. We've been on the air for a year now on YouTube. Have about we have a shitload of videos, done some fun stuff, and had some good laughs, a lot of beers, a lot of beers. Actually, you know what? I need a beer. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get me a beer. I need a beer. Oh, sorry, I should have got this beforehand, but what do you want from me? I actually celebrating the day I passed the test. I wasn't sure if I was gonna pass for something I needed, and I passed today. So cheers, kampai, salud, whatever fucking language you want to use. Ah, here we go. Finally, some brouhahas. Now, I've been seeing a lot of stuff on the news with a lot of the, what do they call it? The manosphere. So a lot of influencers that are turning on Trump for the immigration thing. Now, if you're going to turn on Trump for something, I wouldn't turn on Trump. Me, myself, personally, I'm not going to say in any way. I'm turning on him. I'm disappointed in a lot of stuff. I think he has a blind spot, especially with Pam Bondi. I think Cash Patel hasn't lived up to the name that we gave him. We fucking memed him into that job, and he hasn't done at all what we thought he was going to do when he first got in, like turn the FBI into a museum of the deep state, like he said before. We have not seen it. Ah, that beer. I needed that beer. Celebratory beer. Mm. So we haven't seen a lot of things that we asked for. Now, all these people are turning on Trump because of immigration. Immigration. Oh my God, you bunch of pussies! I didn't vote for this. The fuck did you vote for then? He said. I mean, I don't. This is where I get mad. This is where I'm angry. Is what really grinds my gears. Sorry, still getting over this cough, guys. But what really grinds my gears on this end is they're mad at him for doing what he said he's gonna do. Um, I really don't understand that. He basically told you what he was gonna do. He said, "I'm gonna deport a shitload of people." I mean, he didn't say I'm gonna deport some. He made it pretty obvious and pretty clear. And this is what the fuck I voted for. Just a heads up. I did not vote for this little pansy. Oh, we're only gonna arrest the criminals. No, I love what Tom Hammond said. Now, I understand not everybody should be treated like shit. I get that. But you did break the law by crossing over a border without any permission, without any paperwork. We don't know who you are, where you come from, or what your plan is, or are you planning to do anything with yourself other than fucking feed off the American teat that we've been, the welfare state for the world. And yeah, you deserve to go home. I really don't see another point to that. Now, I've seen all these Andrew Schultz, Theo Von. Theo Von's kind of fucking losing it, man. What do y'all think about? What do y'all think about the Theo Von situation? I'm kind of interested when he was all, I'm not gonna kill myself. Israel. What the fuck are you talking about, Theo Von? You're not on Israel's watch list. I don't think Theo Von's on there, man. I'm sorry. Now, if you're gonna talk about Charlie Kirk, I think it was a. I don't think at all. I don't think at all Israel had anything to do with it. I think it's a psycho leftist that's just dive deep into the ideology of the Marxist fucking identity politics and everything else. At all, I don't think at all Israel had anything to do with it. I think he was turning on Israel, like in the fact of turning on him, like as in, you know what? Maybe I've been fed a lot of lies, and I might want to like actually muckrake through all the shit that they've been throwing at us and see what's really going on. And then he started to realize some things, and then he went the way he was going and started saying, you know what, I'm gonna showcase Tucker Carlson. I'm gonna showcase people that are kind of going at Israel at the moment, and there's nothing you can do about it. But other than that, I don't think Israel had anything to do with it. And yeah, man, I just think it's kind of silly that they just jump to conclusions all the time because it's always Israel. It's always the Jews. It's the Jews. It's the goddamn Jews. The way they make it sound. But yeah, and Israel has a lot of faults. I've been dogging on them too. I don't think they've been a good ally to us. I think they've been fucking terrible. And I don't know, like I've seen this. Now I've heard a lot of people talk about this, but I've never seen the actual clip where Bibi Netanyahu is actually saying I own Trump. I don't know if he said it in those words, or like people are just kind of paraphrasing in their own way. But I do want to see this video. Right? If you have it or have you seen it, please send it to me. Now I've seen Netanyahu talking about like he has an influence and all that. I've definitely seen those, but I want to see where he's talking about Trump. And then I saw after that Trump was supposedly fed up with it, and he said, "There's no way Israel's going to take the West Bank," which is a good thing to say. And I totally agree with that, and it was really good to finally hear him have some kind of balls towards Netanyahu. I know he said one time they don't know what the fuck they're talking about or they're doing or whatever he said, and I like that too. But yeah, man, every president that's ever been in there has been an Israeli, puppet, to the point of I don't really understand all of a sudden now it's an issue, right? Because everything's an issue now. Like the Epstein thing's an issue now. It wasn't an issue when Biden was in office. It wasn't an issue when Obama was in office. It's an issue now because they knit and pick whatever they want to fucking make an issue at the time because they can admit when their guy was in office that they didn't do anything. Now I did also see supposedly it's floating around. I saw Alex Jones talking about it, where Trump is gonna pardon Maxine. I always mess up her last name, but you know what I'm talking about gasoline, Gaswell. What's her fucking name? I know her goddamn name. I always mess it up. Um, but yeah, he said he was gonna pardon her. I don't know what y'all think about that. I think that would be his ultimate downfall. Um, Gasoline, right? I really, really, there it is. Ghislaine Maxwell, and I messed that whole thing. I should know this too. I've said her name a million times, but I don't know, man. I'm all. It's a long day. It's been a long day. Leave me alone. But if he pardons Gasoline Maxwell, I will definitely be against that, and that would definitely be a bad look on this man. I really, really hope that's not the case. Now they're saying if he pardons her, that he would use that as a means to go after the people that were involved in the Epstein, going to Epstein Island and with the rapes and the kids and all that shit. Now that's cool if he's gonna do that because it's like mobsters, right? You're gonna have to give them, protective custody, hold them. I don't want her to live a good life. I think she's a terrible person because she also contributed to this sex trafficking and this violation of minors in that way. So I do not want her to have any kind of life that's worthwhile. But it would be good to see people being held accountable. I think that'd be awesome. I think that would be a just a nice precedent to send to everybody is like when they really say you're not above the law. I mean, let's show them you're not really above the law, and let's go after these fucking pedos. And and I don't care who's on that list, even if Trump is on that list for something like that. Fuck it, take everybody down, and I'm all for that. So I did see James O'Keefe when he interviewed that guy that was interviewed a lot of the victims in the DOJ, and they did say that he had nothing to do with any of the times that he did fly on Epstein plane. It was with his family. There was never any rapes incidents that happened during that time period. So Bill Clinton, on the other hand, supposedly what he says, and if everything he's saying is true, that would be very interesting to see how that would go down. Oh man, the left would have a shit. They would have a shit. They would have a shit fit if they started to actually go after these people because both sides, let's be real, right and left. And I think Dylan, what's his name? Dylan said it best. He goes, it's at this point, it's like which pedo has my best interest, which is a fucked up thing to say. It is, and he's a comedian, so the way he said it was just very funny. But yeah, we definitely need to hold these people accountable that were taking advantage of kids and taking them to an island and doing horrible things with them. These people need to go down. Whatever. I mean, it's not radical to say that. Now, one of the first things I wanted to talk about, and come have a beer with me, whoever's out there, come have a beer. Ah, dude, I needed a beer today so bad. One of the things I first wanted to talk about was AOC. Oh my God, AOC is interesting person. She's a low IQ person. She's just she's such an idiot, and I don't know, man. Like there's some people out there, and I'm like, okay, they're very intelligent. They could they can articulate themselves well, and they could hold a conversation. They could go to adversarial podcasts, the adversarial networks, and they can actually do something with that. AOC is not that person. Even Bernie Sanders, the person I really disagree with, at least he can go to other people's podcasts, he can go to other people's networks, and he can at least have a conversation, even though he kind of gets blown out the water sometimes. I've never really seen him win an argument with the conservative, but I could have a blind spot. I just maybe haven't seen everything about Bernie Sanders has done because I mean it's Bernie Sanders, man. He's just annoying as shit. But a lot of the things I've ever seen with AOC, I've seen with other people. I've never seen them do anything on an opposing network, on a hostile network, or anything on a hostile podcast. They just go around spreading their bullshit, and somehow everybody just they're one of the most powerful. They're some of the most powerful people. Ilan Omar, when has she ever been on an opposing network? You got AOC. When has she ever been on there? Even Elizabeth Warren goes on opposing networks, and she sucks. But at least she does it. At least she has the balls, the Native American 1/18th American Native American balls to go do that. So come on. Why is she even relevant? I really don't know. But she put her foot in her mouth and I liked it because it's fucking hilarious. She put her foot in her mouth, this stupid bitch. And it is funny because she had to apologize for this. So let's go ahead and see what she has to say because it's AOC, man. I mean, come on, look at this freak. Let's go.
Is that they are scrapping and grasping at straws because they have nothing else. Laugh at them. Stephen Miller is a clown. I've never seen that guy in real life, but he looks like he's like 4'10", and he looks like he is angry about the fact that he's 4'10", and he looks like he is so mad that he is 4'10", that he's taking that anger out at any other population possible. Like
what you're doing right now. Like, what are you talking about? You are body shaming this man. I thought y'all were totally against that. You know how funny it is that leftists always do the same shit. Again, I apologize for my cough. I'm still getting over it. They always do the same thing. How dare you talk about somebody's height? How dare you talk about somebody's weight? How dare you talk about somebody's appearance? You're fat shaming, you're body shaming, you're shaming, whatever the fuck it is. I don't know, midget shaming. I don't know, what do they call that? I don't even know. I ain't gonna even pretend to be mad that she's saying that because I do it all the time. Who gives a shit? But I'm not the arbiter of calling out people for shaming everyone. Now, this person is ridiculous because she will, on one breath, talk about how you should not talk about somebody's appearance, and then she's saying it, laugh at him because he's short. He looks like he's 4'10" or whatever that may be. Now, I kind of, you know what? Let's look that up. How tall is Stephen Miller? Now, if you didn't watch my podcast yesterday, I did put that Stephen Miller response to AOC. Oh, I actually want to do that. Look, it says right here: Stephen Miller responds to AOC's mocking his height. Stephen Miller claiming he stands at 5'10" tall. Okay, so he's 5'10". That's not even that. That's not short. 5'10". I'm 5'11". So goddamn, if that's the case, then we're all fucking. I mean, we're tiny. But it says right here: Stephen Miller responds to AOC. So we'll watch that next after we see AOC apologize like a dumbass. So I want to go back to it. Let's hear what she has to say. And what the hell happened? Hold on. There we go. We're back.
laugh at them. Laugh at them.
Because he's short. Wow, AOC. What a terrible person. You're a fucking bully. Let's just say it.
Yes, they are dangerous. Yes, we're here to be strong for one another. We need to expose the lies. We need to never let off Like, never let off the gas when it comes to protecting one another, exposing the lies, documenting things. We're seeing this too, right? And so I think it's very important to be able to hold multiple things at once. And we've seen this work in other cultures. We've seen this work in other countries. Yes, the resistance to authoritarianism is very real. The risks of abuse of power are very real. But one of the most powerful cultural things that you can do to a political movement that is predicated on the puffery of insecure masculinity. That's what this is about. This isn't, people talk about toxic masculinity more than it, like, let's put that to the side for just 1 second. This is about insecure masculinity. And one of the best ways that you can dismantle
What did this say? Hold on.
and
AOC, the airhead, know nothing bartender. Ah, dude, this chick is so annoying, dude. And I can't believe people actually take her word as gold, man. She's so stupid. Everything she says. And like I said, insecure masculinity. What are you talking about? When has he ever just like, went out there all peacocking, like fucking he's never did any of these things that you're talking about. Talking about authoritarianism, that's you guys. You literally try to have a ministry of truth. Do we like? Let's not forget that you fucking silenced everybody that was and the opposite side of you. You cannot have any discourse because you always want to silence people, and then you'll claim hate speech is the reason. Like we've seen this over and over. You people. You can't your ideas and your ideologies don't stand. That's why you can't go on opposite fucking ends of the spectrum and go talk to people on that side because you're fucking everything you stand for is just so stupid. Open borders, putting kids on a medication and fucking hormone blockers, having sex changes for these kids, fucking no cash bail. I mean, just letting criminals out fucking 20, 21, 22 times until they finally murder somebody like on a bus, like we saw. I mean, we've seen this over and over. It's just insanity and everything you stand for. Don't lock people up for stealing. So now look at in the black neighborhoods, they don't have a lot of the places of Walmart's left. Was it Walgreens left? A lot of these places left because you fucking people keep stealing. That's what happens when you say we're not gonna arrest you for stealing as long as it's under $1,000. Can you imagine whoever came up with that stupid idea? Hey! As long as it's under $1,000, man, we should just let him go, give him a ticket. And then what's gonna happen? Nobody's gonna do nothing. You see the security guards just looking at him like, hey, that's $9.99. You need to get out of here, boy, and come back, get another bag so you don't get arrested now. It is retarded. Everything about it is retarded. So yeah, what the fuck are you talking about?
one of the best ways that you can dismantle a movement of insecure men is by making fun of them. By having secure men who aren't afraid of successful people around them, who are good dads, who have strong values, also participating in that as well.
You mean like conservatives? You just explained conservatives. You just explained conservative men. What the fuck are you talking about? And then AOC's talk about insecure man. You know he has to be a fucking cuck. You know it, man. You know AOC's man is a cuck, dude. Just to have to put up. Can you imagine having to put up with this shit all the time, hearing her talk and spew just nonsense like this? Oh man, she would make my head hurt. I'd have to be at the bar every goddamn night just to get away from that stupidity, bro. There's no way. There's no way I'd be like, God damn, my wife's a fucking idiot. What the hell am I doing? So, and I will say AOC's hot, man. I hate when people say she's not even good looking. Like, you're stupid. She is hot. That's the only thing she got going for her. Once she gets like overweight, pregnant and overweight, she's just gonna be terrible on all ends because she's not gonna be good looking. At least she's easy on the eyes. Terrible on the ears, easy on the eyes. But wait till she's not easy on the eyes. Oh my god, it's gonna be something to reckon with. Ugh, it's gonna be bad.
So, like, that's what I have for that. And also, someone said, short kings are great. Absolutely. I'm not here. I want to absolutely make sure that I talk about that. I'm not here to make fun of anyone's anything.
You just literally made fun of him for being short, like just right now. And it's like you just threw a 180 on your whole claim that he's short and we need to laugh at him and all this shit. Okay.
But the way people overcompensate over their own stories is what I'm talking about there. So thank you for the clarification. I appreciate that. Shout out to our short kings. Someone said not short king, short troll. That's correct. There's a difference.
You know right there. She's like, oh fuck. What did I just do? Did I just put my foot in my mouth?
I want
I think you put your foot in your mouth every time you talk, AOC. When you're not rambling and doing this number in the fucking Congress, in the halls of Congress, and making a fool out of yourself and America. You're God. Let's go ahead and see her apology. So let's see what they wrote here. AOC attempts to backtrack her comments about Stephen Miller's height. I want to express my love for short king community. Why does everybody have to be king? We was kangs. We was kangs. No, you weren't. No, you weren't. You were you were in a fucking you were being held as a slave in Africa. You weren't kangs all the time. I don't believe in body shaming. I am talking about how I am not talking about how big or small someone is in the inside. I called it see my post from yesterday. I mean, I didn't even see this yesterday, but I saw it today and I was just like, I gotta cover this because she's so stupid. And it's going to
I want to express my love for the short king community. I don't believe in body shaming. I am talking about how big or small someone is on the inside. Like,
yeah, I'm sure that's what you're talking about. Being small, his physical stature. That's what you were talking about. Let's not get AOC. Come on, stop lying. At least just say, you know what? It would have been better if you just said straight up, you know what? I put my foot in my mouth. I said something I shouldn't have said. I was trying to mock this man because I don't like him, and I think his policies are leading us down a wrong direction and a dark path. But instead of doing that, right? And you could have said, you know, but I apologize if I insulted anybody or made somebody feel less than for their height or their stature. But no, you have to go and you gotta fucking pretend. I'm talking about people on the inside. Um, I'm AOC. I'm one of the good people. I'm one of the good ones. You know, I'm the tax the rich fucking bitch. You're an idiot, AOC. God bless you though. God bless you for being this stupid and just giving a fucking layup to the Republicans every time.
for example, I have no idea how tall Andrew Tate is. No idea at all. But that guy looks to me
Andrew Tate?
like 5'3", like 5'3", 5'4". Whereas physically, men of smaller stature can come across. They are spiritually 6 foot. If you're a good dad, if you stand with women, if you're not belittling immigrants, you're like, 6'3" spiritually. I don't know. Am I being problematic? I want to.
You're just being an idiot. That's not really problematic. I'm sorry. So this is different then. I saw this 3 hours ago. Andrew Tate.
Is
Did she make
that
fun of
they are
Andrew Tate? I
scrapping.
didn't see that. I know she was talking about Stephen Miller. Oh my god, I saw this earlier. Did y'all see this? Look at this. Developing a massive man. A massive man. Dude, that's a tough one. A massive man living in West Palm Beach, Florida. Florida is Florida a real place? Jesus Christ. Let's get the fuck out of the ocean. Sorry about my cough again, guys. I'm gonna get over to a massive man. If I ever get caught a massive man, please do just take me out. Take me out to pasture. Sorry, when I laugh, it comes more. Had to be lifted by a crane to be rushed to a hospital. I know I'm getting off subject, but we gotta watch this. I haven't seen it. Hey. I'm not even gonna make fun of it, but God. This is bad for the thing. Bro, how do you let yourself get to this point? Jeez. Right. Look at that photographer. We take a picture of this masked man. I'm gonna fast forward. Is this just them craning him out? Where are they putting him? He has to be what, like 650? God damn. That is a massive man. I ain't gonna fucking lie. Jesus. So let's go ahead and see. Steve Miller is gonna respond to AOC. I don't know what he said. I just saw this before. I didn't get a chance to review everything. So I'm not gonna pretend, but I did want to kind of give you my reaction live. So this is Stephen Miller response to AOC calling Miller a clown, saying that he's angry because he's 4'10. We know her brain didn't work. We know that her eyes don't work. Yeah, she does have some crazy eyes. That bitch got some crazy eyes, dude. Imagine waking up and you fucking get AOC eyes looking at you. Oh shit! So I'm just fucking just start stinking, bro. I'd be scared as shit to wake up to that. But let's go ahead and check it out. What does Steve Miller say? Oh, what are you doing? All right. All right. It actually takes me to X. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Let me go ahead and see this.
Favorite target apparently on Instagram. Check this out.
He looks like he is angry about the fact that he's 4'10. And he looks like he is so mad that he is 4'10 that he's taking that anger out.
There's nothing wrong with being 4'10 AOC, according to your people. Come on.
Any other population possible. Like, laugh at them. Laugh at them.
Like,
I will say anybody that talks like this, you should just ignore them. They're fucking idiots. And you should laugh at them behind their back. Anybody that's like has to make a point like this is a fucking dipshit. I'm just gonna say that. I didn't even notice that when we were watching it earlier. But yeah, man, you're an idiot. I am not gonna bother with you.
laugh at them. Laugh at them. I wish I had a hoodie on. I mean, are we trying to play sorority sister as elected official? I don't know. I was at a sorority over the weekend over in Texas. I felt like I was back at the sorority house, except they had more sense. Stephen, quick response.
Well, we knew that her brain didn't work. Now we know that her eyes don't work. So I mean, she is a mess, right? What a train wreck. What a train wreck.
I think you should just get a hoodie.
It's great.
You should just wear a hoodie from now on and respond to her in a hoodie. It should be hoodie to hoodie.
It's,
Stephen,
yes,
thank you so much. Yeah, go ahead.
I think the important point is that every time she's on TV, Republican approval ratings go up, Democrat approval ratings go down. That lady is a walking nightmare.
And you're about, I know you for 20 years. You're about 5'10", 11. About 5'10", yes. So 4'10". Yes. I don't know what she can say. All right, Stephen, thank you very much.
I gotta say though, that's a weird, awkward laugh in the way they're doing that. Oh, come on, Stephen Miller, you're good at going in on people. If you didn't get to see it one more time, you didn't get to see. I did a whole, I did like a good 6 minutes on Stephen Miller going off on that CNN host. Oh my god, that beer's coming up. Hopefully, y'all having a good day. Now, that is what's going on with that situation. Now what I wanted to do was look at this Andrew Schultz. Now a lot of the what do you call them, the bros in the podcast, a lot of the bros are turning on Trump because of the immigration situation, and they're trying to say like, it is not what I voted for. So what the fuck did you vote for? Trump was pretty adamant about saying, hey, by the way, there's like 15 to 20 million people that just showed up at our doorstep in the last 4 years that walked right in with no fucking clearance, with no understanding who they are or where they come from or what their plans are doing here. We've seen a lot of people in intelligence say that there is a terrorist attack that's imminent. It's going to happen because there are a lot of terror cells working and in close, they're out there in America. Like they know that they're out there. It's not yes, it's 100% true, and it's 100% like it's a fact. Sorry, I'm my train of thought because I'm thinking of something else right now. But they tell you the fact that there is going to be some kind of attack because these people are wandering around. They came in. We saw, I don't know how many people we saw on the southern border, in all the borders, like that any border that was around, that were coming in. And you see people from Syria, Afghanistan, you see people from China, you see people from all over the world. A lot of people were covering it really extensively, and you could see all the shit that was going on. And yeah, they were just coming in, unfettered, immigration, just coming in, boom, boom, open door policy, get them in, get them in, get them in, get them in. And we're supposed to just assume nothing bad's gonna happen. I mean, we've seen all the attacks on ICE. I did a whole thing about it yesterday. Sorry about that. A lot of the thing was kind of like what is it, laggy. I'm getting my internet, I get a new modem in a couple days, so I'll be able to fix them. But we see constantly ramming cars, shooting at them. attacking them, surrounding them, going to federal buildings and trying to fucking just go crazy on everybody. And we see it in Portland, Seattle, LA, San Francisco. Like it's all over the place. Every little city that you could think of, and nothing's being done. They don't. Oh, they arrested like 3 people. Ooh, when you have a whole fucking army of people doing some crazy shit, and they want to go and say, like I said yesterday, they want to go and tell, hey, why are the ICE people covering their face? And I totally agree with that. I'm gonna come out and just say that as well. I think the ICE people should not cover their face. I mean, that's a dangerous job, but you know what you're taking on, the risk that you're taking on when you get that job. So you should have not cover your face. And I'm not saying that because of a liberal situation, but you're gonna end up if you have your face covered and you don't and you look like a regular person in regular clothes, then something could happen, and it would be like if I saw somebody running at me with regular clothes. I mean, I'm you know what I'm doing. I would be like, oh shit, something's happening. And I know I don't have to worry about immigration coming my way, but it's still like you shouldn't have to cover your face. You should have your badge out, and everything should be good. But also on the flip end of that, there should be total working together situation with law enforcement in all these liberal cities. And if they're not, then their funding should be taken away and there should be action taken against these people that are putting ICE agents in harm's way on purpose just to prove a point that they're not going to work with ICE. And I think that's also just as wrong to do something like that. So we're gonna go ahead and see Andrew Schultz here. He's over here talking about like, I did not vote for this. And what the fuck? Trump was pretty fucking clear about it. I voted for none of this. And let's go ahead and just hear him out so we not have to read it.
I believe when Trump, everything he campaigned on, I believe he wanted to do. And now he's doing the exact opposite thing of every single fucking thing.
I don't know what he's done. Yeah, exactly to your point. If you tell me, it's easier for me to believe you wanted to do all these things if any of them were happening in the way that you said they were.
To that point, like there'll be people that like they'll DM me and be like, you see what your boy's doing? You voted for this. I'm like, I voted for none of this. He's doing the exact opposite of everything I voted for. Yeah. I want him to stop the wars. He's funding them. I want him to shrink spending, reduce the budget. He's increasing it. It's like everything that he said he's going to do, except sending immigrants back. And now he's even flip-flopped on that, which I kind of like. But he's like, oh, well, we kind of need the people working in restaurants, and we need our farmers.
All right. Now, just to play devil's advocate, I also agree. I think we don't need to be funding these wars. And I also know there is a lot more involved in that, and we're not at the table knowing everything that's going on. But I agree. I agree with some of that. I think he should shrink spending, and I know he's doing some of that with that's why we're in the what is it, government shutdown, because they want to keep funding these illegals that are coming in and giving them free Medicaid, and giving them free just insurance for no fucking reason that it's going to be on a taxpayer dime. I don't really understand how that's even a possibility, or how is that? How do you even? Man, they have good, like I said yesterday, they have good messaging. They could get people to actually agree, hey, yeah, let's just take more taxes out of my check because I want to keep funding these illegals going to hospitals, because there's a lot of fucking bad things that a lot of fucked up things wrong with these people. So let's do that. Let's just continue to do that. Now, I did see also where he talks about it a little more, where he talks about actually mad that Trump is, and he said that at the very end. Oh, he kind of backtracked on sending people back, and I kind of like that. I don't. I don't know about you guys, but I voted for him to send everybody back. I was like, everybody. I don't care if you are here and you're 60 and you're getting fucking Social Security. Nah, that's Social Security for people that actually put in the system, not for you. Not for you living in some other fucking shithole country. Show up on our borders and then you get free money now from our people. Nah. And if you want to say you don't have a heart, okay, whatever. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say I have a heart because I'm gonna give you half my check. Or hey, yeah, oh, I have $20 in my pocket, but I have my family here that wants it. But no, I need to give him like 10, because I have a heart. That's a stupid way to say you care. Now I do care about people, and I don't want nothing bad to happen to them, which is why they should go back to their country where they feel at home, where they know the language, where they can get a job over there And if they can, then they need to fix their own country, because if immigrants are making our country so great, because it's immigrants making our country so great, right? Then why can't they make their own countries great? Like, please riddle me that. If they're the ones making our country great, it's not Americans, it's actual illegal immigrants making this country great. Then why the fuck isn't their country great? Why can't they do that in their own country where they know the language, they know the culture, they know the everything about it? They grew up there, they're from there. That's what I like. Please answer me that. And when you can answer me that, then I'll see I'll see if I change my mind. But it doesn't make any sense that they're the ones that make us great, but they can't do that to their own place. And yeah, man, I'm not buying it. And I think it's stupid. And I really hope that people start to actually change their minds on this whole situation. I don't like that people are like getting pissed off and talking about like, oh, Trump's deporting people en masse now. I know I saw Tom Hammond on what is it, Bill Maher? Okay, kids are dumb. Okay, I can't stand that dude. But he was like, "Oh, you're doing this with the older ladies now, and doing this with older men at Home Depot. Okay, shouldn't be here illegally. Stop breaking the fucking law. I can't go to any country, break the law, and be mad that they deport me. I have to know. Yes, that was part of the game. If I ever got caught, they're gonna deport me. Let's not fucking act like this is new or this is an American thing only or a Trump thing. Every country does that. So let's stop pretending. Now, one of the craziest stories I have seen as of yet was the whole Jay Jones. I don't know if y'all know remember that, but Jay Jones, which is wanted 2 bullets in the head of the Virginia House Speaker Gilbert Jones. Hoped Gilbert's kids would die. Jones is completely unfit for office. I totally agree. This man, he was caught on text messages talking about how he wants to kill his, like what? And then talking about the kids, like he went after the kids. That's where I would draw the line. If I was the person he was talking about, I'd be like, dude, get that motherfucker away from me. If he put that kind of bad energy towards my children, get him away before I fucking kill him, dude. Like I wouldn't be able to put up with that shit. That's more than a threat. If you're gonna threaten my life, I'm still gonna be on unease. We're gonna have some issues, but you threaten my kids' lives? Oh, bro, that's new level shit. And this just came out. There's an ad about the whole situation. I think they did a brilliant job to kind of. I'm so sorry. I think they did a brilliant job to expose all the stuff going on with the situation. And yeah, man, you need more of this shit. That's what.
Stunning new developments in the race for Attorney General.
Violent text messages from Jay Jones.
Messages talked about shooting the Speaker of the State House,
saying he would put 2 bullets in Gilbert's head.
3 people, 2 bullets, and wishing violence upon his children.
He wished Gilbert's wife could watch her own child die in her arms.
It's not just shocking, it's sick. Jay Jones, dressed up in a suit when he should be in a straitjacket.
Club for Growth Action paid for and is responsible for the content of this ad.
Stunning.
This man's trying to be attorney general, threatening other people. And I seen some of the let's go ahead and check this out. Jay Jones. Look at this man. And Trump did say Jay Jones needs to drop out. He is not dropping out. And I'm Jay Jones running for attorney general, unlike anti-abortion extremists. What are you talking about? You're trying to fucking kill somebody. I mean, you threaten somebody's life and their kids. Oh my God, this guy is terrible. But let's go ahead and see getting a massive backlash. Let's go ahead and see what he has to say.
Hi, I'm Jay Jones, Democrat running for Attorney General of Virginia, and we're going to talk about public safety. As the son of prosecutors and the father of 2 young boys, I've always believed that keeping our communities safe is the most important responsibility of any Virginia leader.
Like kind of threatening other people's kids. Yeah, when you have 2 boys, knowing what that would do to a father. Yeah, you're a piece of shit.
That's why as a delegate, I increased public safety funding by more than 20%, ensuring that law enforcement and our first responders have the resources and training they need to succeed. I also sponsored bipartisan laws to strengthen penalties for sex offenders, keep kids safe in schools, and establish programs to stop gangs like MS-13 in their tracks. Then as an assistant attorney general, I took on the gun lobby and helped get illegal guns off of our streets. And this week, I'm releasing my public safety plan. As Attorney General, I'll focus the office on stopping violent crime, supporting victims, and protecting our kids, not the MAGA extremism we're getting from Jason Miyares. Here's how we're going to do it. First,
that's basically the MAGA movement right there. I mean, take illegal guns off the streets, stop blaming fucking law-abiding citizens for things that happen with guns. What else did he say? You know, against MS-13, you're like the party of MS-13. What the fuck are you talking about? Y'all motherfuckers, like, you will bend over backwards to bring an MS-13 member back from CCOT because I don't know why. I'm still waiting for the answer from a lot of libs. I mean, this guy was a wife-beating, sex trafficking piece of shit, and y'all went out of your way to bend over backwards for this man. So I don't know what you're talking about. You're basically just you sound like a fucking conservative in today's world.
I'll combat violent crime by ensuring local law enforcement agencies can solve crimes and bring offenders to justice.
Yeah.
We'll create a drug trafficking unit and work with our neighboring states to stop fentanyl trafficking.
Okay.
And we'll support community-based treatment and crisis response programs so people who need help get the treatment they need instead of ending up in jail. Next, I'll get illegal guns off of our streets by increasing interagency cooperation to target illegal guns. We'll hold gun manufacturers accountable for the damage their weapons cause and crack down on the social media companies violating privacy laws and taking advantage of our kids to increase their profits.
So, I mean, everything he is talking about is pretty reasonable. But until this is him saying, those guys died before me. I will go to their funerals to piss on their graves, send them out awash in something. Jay Jones, 3 people, 2 bullets, Gilbert, Hitler, and Pol Pot. He threw Pol Pot in there too. Gilbert, get 2 bullets to the head. Spoiler, put Gilbert in a crew with the 2 worst people you know, and he receives the bullets every time. Jesus Christ, this is the guy that's trying to stop crime? Okay. What does it say? It really bothers me when you talk about hurting people or wishing death on them. You weren't simply asking questions, you know it. And I generally was. I wasn't attacking you. I was trying to understand your logic. Where does it say? Yes, I told you before, only when people feel pain personally, they move on policy. So you're a terrorist. That's what that is. Somebody that's gonna hurt somebody, kill somebody, threaten somebody, and use total fucking crazy violence to get their way and to move something politically. That is the definition of a terrorist. It's not sugarcoat what the hell's going on. There isn't. I point blank asked you more than 3 times, and you dug in that you meant it. I honestly am questioning a lot today. I mean, do you think Todd and Jennifer are evil, and that they're breeding little fascists? Yes. Jesus Christ, this man, this is a evil man. This is a crazy person, and he's running. And I have not seen this one, but let's see.
Of course not. Of course it doesn't. And by the way, he's doubling down because.
Do you think an apology does the trick? Is that good enough for Jay Jones?
No. I'm gonna say no. I know she just said it. I just saw it, that little part right there. But no, you can't apologize for that. The fuck? No, that person needs to fucking drop out and get out of politics altogether. He needs to be investigated for threats. No, there's I don't even know why that's a question. No.
Of course not. Of course it doesn't. And by the way, he's doubling down because no sooner than he sent that out, the so-called apology, he was right back to, well, Trump this, Trump that, and it's a Trump faction that's really enforcing this and trying to get him out of the race, and Trump and more Trump. This man, as we would say in the Marine Corps, is not fit for office. He is not fit to move to the next rank. Oh. And by the way, neither is my opponent. That's why we need to continue to have in office my running mate, Attorney General Jason Miyares. We need someone who is of character. Jason has already proved himself to be a circumspect man. He
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut that out a little bit. But yeah, there's nothing drop out. I agree.
Clear to Jay that he must fully take responsibility for his words. What I've also made clear is that as a candidate and the next governor of our Commonwealth, I will always condemn violent language in our politics. But she didn't say get the you-know-what out of the race.
That's a whole lot of saying a lot of words to say absolutely nothing.
Yes.
And I think Jay Jones, I don't just think he should drop out of the race. I think he needs a psych evaluation because someone who wants
I'll just say that's some Kamala Harris word salad shit.
To see their political opponents' children die has some very scary brain rot. And this has shifted from being just about Jay Jones to, as you said, as Megan said, an indictment of every Democrat who refuses to call on him to drop out. Because if you refuse to call him to drop out and refuse to even drop your endorsement, you are endorsing what he has said. And I think this is going to hound Democrats in Virginia all the way through November.
Yeah, I mean,
now that is 100% completely true. Everything that he just said. I don't know how you how you how do you not fucking condemn this man completely? If this was on the right, I would say this guy got to go. And I talk a shit. I talk a shit. I talk a shit. I talk a lot of shit about people on the right. I hate a lot of people on the right. I ain't gonna lie. But if somebody were to say something like that, and I was somebody that was high up or in one of his colleagues, dude, if I heard one of my colleagues was telling somebody I want that guy's children dead as well, I would never talk to that person. I'd cut him off. I don't need that kind of bad uh fucking vibes in my life, man. I really can't even comprehend how you could come, dude. There's some people I do not like, and to be honest, I don't wish death upon them. But if something happened, I'd be like, damn, that sucks. But whatever. This is something like and it's really rare that I feel that way. I mean, I could probably only think of like maybe one person, and they've done the horrible thing, not just to me, but a lot of people. And it's just like, okay, they're not worth it. And I don't even wish that, to be completely honest. I don't wish death on them, but I would never, never think I wish death on their kids at all. That doesn't even cross my mind. Now he needs to get evaluated. Something's wrong with this man. He needs to drop out and the Democratic Party, which I know they don't, but if they had any dignity, they would make this man drop out. They would disassociate themselves from this man in so many ways, and it would be over. But no, they can't do that because they have to stick with their own. They're such tribalists, and talk about like cult. Like you would never hear if somebody on the right said that, you would see everyone condemn this man. Everybody be like, dude, this dude's fucked up. He needs to get out of here. There's something wrong with him. But no, nothing ever happens, and we've seen it over and over again. And they just continue to do the same things. It's like with Charlie Kirk. Oh yeah, Charlie Kirk, he shouldn't have died. That was a terrible thing that person did. But he spewed a lot of hate. He was a terrible person. It's always the same thing. You have to throw that "but" in there. You're gonna have to. You have to, because you gotta fucking throw that. Sorry. It's hitting me hard. You gotta throw that red meat to your base, right? You gotta throw it. This cough. I can't, dude. I've been coughing for like a week now. This shit ain't going away. I really need to get over it. But last thing I wanted to do was look at this. Oh my god, this guy goes on an unhinged rant. What was it, Daily Show? Jon Stewart. There you go. I don't know if you got to see this, but Jon Stewart goes on a rant about immigration. Where is it? It was just today. I actually posted it. Give me 1 second. Boop, 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 boop. Oh yeah, this is a pretty crazy story. I want to talk about this tomorrow because I'm gonna do more research. But a man with 200 explosives and leftist manifesto arrested outside Supreme Court event at church. Police say 2 days after a Biden judge gave light sentence to the attempted Kavanaugh assassin. That was also really crazy, and they didn't do shit. Church event historically attended by conservative justice targeted. Now this was October 7th, so wild shit. I'm gonna do more research on that, and we'll talk about that. Here we go. Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart, man. A lot of people, I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of Jon Stewart. I just hear a lot of people, oh, I'm not even on the right one. Oh my god. All right, hold on. Oh, I was on this one. Okay. Give me 1 second here. Sorry about that. And I'm glad I looked. Shit, that would have
voted for a Democrat in this last round of presidential election.
So let's go ahead and hear his unhinged rant, because Jon Stewart is, the truth teller.
And at this moment, they have zero power at the federal level. Not in the House, not in the Senate, not in the executive, and not in the courts. There has not been a moment of conciliation or concern about the issues and policies that drove those 75 million votes. Not a moment.
Okay, John, but let's address the issue. Why the fuck did they lose complete power? Because of their last 4 years and their policies that have just caused nothing but chaos and ruckus and just fucking open borders and terrible fucking everything. The policies that you have been pushing on the left have been terrible, and the people rejected it in mass. You make it sound like the Republicans just cheated somehow and did this. Like, okay, if that was your claim, at least we could go down that rabbit hole and fucking prove you wrong. But still, you're over there like, oh my god, they're not pertaining to any of those 75 million people because they're extreme left views. I mean, fucking free tranny procedures in prison. Like Kamala Harris was a terrible candidate. You put two terrible candidates against Trump. Trump's the first dude to win 2 times against these bitches. He beat Hillary Clinton, which was terrible as well. He beat Kamala Harris, and you don't want to address the issue. You have terrible candidates. You have terrible policies, and then you're acting like, oh, like you're a victim. The left always somehow is the victim in everything. No matter what they do, they do their like. This was self-inflicted pain that you are living through right now, leftists, because your policies have been terrible.
Present, the Democrats' largest victory over these past 8 months is getting a guy who may or may not be a criminal back from El Salvador so Trump could send him to Uganda. That was the big win. And then suddenly, a small ask.
So let's tackle that real fast. I'm sorry to stop it, but that is a win that you got a criminal, illegal alien that shouldn't be here, that beat his wife. His wife was scared of him. I remember that one time when even when they asked her a question, she was just like, because she didn't even fucking want to answer. That was in there for smuggling people. That's your fucking hero. That's your dub. That's your W. Hey, yeah, we got him back, boys. But now he's going to Uganda. That stupid fuck. He could have went. I forgot where he was supposed to go. I think Costa Rica or some other Spanish speaking country that he could have fucking would have been in jail, but he would have been better off. But he decided to go to Uganda, a place that he knows nothing about, because that's how stupid these people are. That's how fucking can't even understand how dumb you are.
For people's preservation of health care is a Molotov cocktail. Because apparently Republicans won't be satisfied with 99.8% domination. They must have it all. ICE went from deporting the worst of the worst to throwing grandmothers onto linoleum and zip tying American children. And everyone's just supposed to be cool with the new masked, incredibly well-funded paramilitary group. And Democrats are just reduced to petty gestures of restroom resistance.
Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem posted that she was blocked from entering a city building in Illinois.
Can we use your restroom? No, you cannot. We can? Please don't open the door. Okay. Please don't open the door. Okay. All right. Thank you. Interesting. That's what Governor Pritzker says is cooperation and keeping people safe.
Victory is ours! Look, I've given Democrats an enormous amount of shit for their poor leadership. Lack of specific and actionable plans, terrible messaging, abysmal wordplay. Did I mention poor leadership?
But you constantly prop them up. You might talk a little about them, but you're going to prop them up. And you always do that. Like, you're like Stephen A. Smith. You're going to talk shit for one day, and you're like Bill Maher. All y'all are saying you talk shit because you know your party's going down. You know, like, nobody wants to be a part of that stupid-ass party. That's why you are the jackass. And you consistently pretend to be the victim in this whole situation that you created. You created this. You're the one that wanted, like, talk about total power. When you won the presidency in 2020, you didn't just stand back and say, you know what, let's simmer things down. Let's get going back as a country. Let's go forward. What did you do? You went after the J6ers like goddamn, like they were terrorist cartel members, you know. And we got that cartel members threatening Kash Patel now because we made them so damn powerful. They went after them like if they did the worst of the worst, and some of them deserve to be in jail. I'm not saying that, and the ones that were being violent, but we found out later again, 245 of them were fucking FBI agents. So let's like be real about the whole J6 situation. It was a setup. It was completely a setup. They set these people up for failure. A lot of these agitators were professionals. They did this on purpose because they knew we could get them to look horrible in this situation, and then we'll have just unfettered power and we'll take it over. And that's what you did. You literally did that. And you put them on display. You put them in solitary confinement for 2 fucking plus years. You didn't let them do anything. And we saw what you did. Talking about like you didn't want just a little bit of power. You wanted it all. You saw Biden in his blood red speech talking about the MAGA Republicans. We need to take them out. You went after fucking parents in the school board meetings. You went after church people. What are you talking about? This is like your party did this. You went after people that said anything on YouTube, X, Instagram, Facebook, and they you cooperate. You had the actual government cooperating. I mean, not cooperating. Sorry, you had the social media cooperating with the government to silence any opposition when the COVID hit. I mean, Trump was he didn't handle it the best, but he didn't go completely nuts compared to like when Biden hit. You don't take the jab, you don't have a job, you don't get nothing, you get out the military. I mean, we saw snitch on your neighbors. What are you talking about, John Stewart? Like everything you just said is exactly what y'all did when you had nothing, when you had unfettered power. There was nothing the Republicans could do. Just sit back and bitch. Anytime Republicans talked about being censored online, all you did was laugh and then gaslight us to pretend, oh no, it's not really happening. They're lying. And we see it over and over. Like once X was bought by Elon Musk, you could just see a skyrocket in y'all's anybody on the left, their shit dropped, and anybody on the right, their shit went up. So stop with the gaslighting, bro. Like, what are Republicans doing? You can't even have a fucking platform of debate because anytime that happens, you want to shut down the opposite side. We see it always about victory. Well, because you didn't let Christy Nome fucking tinkle in the restroom. Ooh, wow, you really showed that bitch. And I'm not even a fan of all these people like 100%. Like, yeah, they do some stuff I don't like, but to pretend like you are just these victims in this fucking oppressive government that's going on in this oppressive regime of Gestapo putting people in fucking zip ties, children at that, and then fucking arresting grandmothers just so you could go, again throwing red meat to your base. Keep throwing that, and it's inciting this violence that's happening to ICE agents that are fucking majority minorities as well. But you just keep going and keep going and keep going and having this little fucking speech that you do to make ICE agents look like they were like the worst people on the planet. So people can feel justified when they do acts of violence towards these individuals. And yeah, that's on you, man. You're gonna have to deal with that. You're gonna eventually have to deal with that because all they're doing is their job. And if you're here illegally, and I don't think like you should be like ICE, and if they do some stuff that's shady, I still think they should be deported. But also, yeah, you can't be throwing around old people. I haven't seen much. I've seen like one or two, and yeah, that's fucked up. I've seen some people reprimanded and actually fired, and that's the right course of action. But they're saying we need to stop illegal immigrant. We got to stop the deportations now. No, 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 no. Mm-mm. You don't get to come in this country illegally, take our funds, and think everything's going to be okay. No, no. Especially when you let this many people in. The reason that we had to amp it up at this level is because you let all these people, millions and millions of people in. Like, let's be real about the situation. So, fuck you, John Stewart. You're a piece of shit, bro. And I've known that for a long time, but I know a lot of people still admire you, but whatever.
But standing up for 75 million Americans in this moment to defend the rights of people to go into a little less medical debt seems like the least they can fucking do.
Maybe for you, because you got a lot of fucking money,
75
you fucking prick. How about that? You got the money for that. For the rest of us, we don't. And why do they get free shit? They come to our country illegally and they get free stuff? Nah, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, John Stewart. You're an idiot, bro. You are an idiot. Look at this, man. This is a face of an idiot. And he's like, oh, just a minor inconvenience. No, you're trying to give free Medicaid, free health care to a bunch of people that should not be here. And they're going to overwhelm the system and it's going to come out of our money. And the government's just going to continue over and over like, okay, we're going to leave these people because we don't want to piss off the people. You know, we don't want to piss off the liberals. The fuck for? This is what we voted for. This is what I voted for. Let me know in the comments. This is what you voted for because this is what I voted for. And John Stewart is, I don't know, man. There's nothing else I could say about this man other than he's a fucking idiot. I think he does some good stuff. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't think he's a complete idiot. I think right here he's really stoking the flames by making ICE look like they're just Nazis rounding up people for no fucking reason. There is a reason for these roundups. But in this instance, John Stewart is he's gaslighting and using his little platform to use propaganda against ICE and make them look like the worst human beings on earth when we know they're just doing their job. It's a bunch of people doing their job, taking people off the streets, and that should not be here. And I don't care if you're here for even the right reasons. Do it the right way, because you are stepping in front of line for a lot of people that are taking the time to do the paperwork, to pay money to. And I've done this before for my wife, paying money to the lawyer, paying money to the government, doing all this shit, waiting fucking a year, 2 years to get your wife a green card to come over here with you. I was living in Japan at the moment, but I had to live 6 months without my wife, and all that trouble while these motherfuckers come in and get free shit, and we have to sign a paper saying that they will not receive any benefits from the government, which is a good thing. I'm not complaining about that. It's a good thing to say, yeah, you won't get free benefits from the government because you're coming into our country. You should be able to take care of the person that you're bringing in. Totally understand. And now these people come in, cut the line, get free shit, free medical, free housing, free phone, all this free on the taxpayer dime, while leaving the immigrant that we should have in here. And I'm for immigration. I'm for legal immigration for the person that we should have come in here, because they're doing things the right way, and that's the kind of people we want. Nah, let's just cater to these motherfuckers that broke the law and that didn't have any patience, that didn't have any time to at least let us know that they're coming in and fucking entering our homeland, and for all the wrong reasons a lot of times. Not all of them. There's some good people, of course. There's a lot of good people, but that doesn't mean you get to cut in line. That doesn't mean you get to do whatever you want. That doesn't mean you get to break the law. I'm sorry, it's not the way things go. So, anyways, hope you had some fun. Hope you I know, man. Hope you enjoyed the show. I will be back tomorrow. Sorry, hope with this cough goes away. God damn. I'll be back tomorrow, and we can talk about some more shit. I'm hoping tomorrow I'm gonna have my co-host Chris come in, and we're just gonna talk about some funny shit. Probably unless something big happens in the news world. But yeah, I still want to know in the comments. Let me know how long you think this government shutdown is gonna go for. I gave it another week. I'm thinking a week, but I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Put it in the comments. Y'all have a great night. Stay safe. Have a beer. Stay in your home. Watch a good show. Do whatever you need to do to decompress and get ready for tomorrow's work day. Anyways, peace. Have a good one.